Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Azarain and I am your friendly neighborhood blue mage. I wanted to take this time to start uploading more EDH content rather than just the general short videos that I've been making, but I really love playing EDH. And I've actually found a really cool Discord with a good friend of mine who started it, who goes by the name of Lyonix, where the L is spelt with a 1. Now Lyonix has started this Discord where I've been modding his Magic the Gathering community, and we gather. We have a good group of people who are ready to play all the time, and it's where we record videos such as the one you're about to see. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you'd like to join that community and come play Magic with us all the time during the week. So I hope you enjoy the video. This is going to be an unedited video of Lyonix's Twitch stream where I was invited to play Magic. So I hope you enjoy, and now let's get to the gameplay.
Your turn out again, Zoran.
I drew my card already, so I'm not going to draw, and I'm going to play that Sunken Hollow tapped, and I'll pass.
Alrighty. Turn 1, draw. Turn 1, play a Plains. Tap the Plains to cast Authority of the Councils.
Oh.
Creatures your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under opponent's control, I gain a single life, and I will pass.
Ouch. Turn 1, 2, huh?
And here I thought we were playing fair magic. I'll draw for turn.
Zaddy, which person has their audio too? Let me know. I can turn them down.
I'll play Castle Lock with tapped and last turn.
Yeah, Echo, you're starting to break up a little again.
By the way, Echo, none of us are playing fair. Untap upkeep. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Oriste, and I'm just gonna have to go ahead and pass.
I'll untap and draw. Okay. I will play a Swamp, and since Lion's a big jerk, I will play a Baleful Strix tapped. When it enters, I'll draw a card. And I will pass.
Thank you, Zoran.
You are so welcome.
Draw for turn. Play a command Tawa. And since I can now cast my commander, I will do exactly that. I will summon Elas Il-Kor, Sadistic Pilgrim. And then I will pass.
You should attack me in your next turn.
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. I will play Breeding Pool, shock it in, I'll lose 2. And then I'll tap for 2. And I will play a Gyre Sage. Gyre Sage has Evolve whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control. If that creature has greater power or toughness, then this creature put a +1/+2 counter on this creature, and it taps for green and +1/+2 counters on Gyre Sage. Pass turn.
It enters tapped, my friend. I will also gain a life off of it.
Echo, I know you were mentioning earlier that you're using a wireless earbuds. Is there any wired earbuds you have on? Because you are just crackly. I don't know if anyone else is getting that, but I'm getting like every other word.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah, I don't have to connect a wired way to connect in headphones. I'll look into that while we're playing.
You sound good now.
Yeah. It's just like every time it seems to get back around to your turn, it just stutters just a little bit, and then right when you pass, it like becomes clear.
Real quick, I'm gonna play a Oriste, tap 2, Dawn Treader Elk. 2/2, pay a green mana, sacrifice it, search my library for a basic land card, put it in the battlefield tapped, and then it comes in tapped, and then
I gain a life. Feeling good. Feeling rejuvenated.
And
something on that Estus.
Was that all you were gonna do, Mike?
Yeah, pass turn, sorry.
Okay. I'll untap, I'll draw. Very nice. I'm gonna play a Swamp. I will tap 2 for a Thought Vessel. And then I think I'm gonna tap 1, and I will ponder. So I'm gonna look at the top 3 cards in my library, put them back in any order. I may shuffle my library, and then I'll draw a card. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take my ponder up on that. I'm gonna shuffle my library. I'll shuffle on camera so you know I'm not stacking my deck.
I need some ramp. Do I have ramp in this deck?
And I'm gonna
Doesn't feel
stop
like it.
right here. And I'm gonna draw a card, and that's all I can do. So well, let's see if I draw a soul ring. Hang on. Draw. Okay, I'll pass.
Copy, I'll untap and draw. Ooh, interesting. It's actually pretty good. I'll play this island. Or it's not an island. It's on plains. That's on plains, guys. Okay, I'm gonna pay 3 mana, and I'm gonna cast one of my bigger payoff cards. Heliod, Sun Crowned. Whenever I gain a life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment I control. I will pass.
I will untap. I'll keep drawing.
It has to grow large and in charge. Jackson, kill it with fire. It's indestructible. It's an extremely powerful card. This card is so strong. It definitely helped me win my last game.
And
Oh man.
I hate to do this, but I'm gonna tap 2 and play Thieving Skydiver unkicked, and Gyre Sage will get a +1/+1 counter.
Yes.
Oh, with that Heliod out, this. Jeez.
Elas will grow to a 3/3.
And I will pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna go ahead and play a full restay once again. I really don't like things on the board, but I'm gonna have to just pass turn.
Oh no. Alright, I'll untap. I will draw. I'm gonna play another swamp. Alright, I could either get my commander out right now just to make sure that he can start. I mean, I guess I don't need him out at this very second, but.
I'd say refraining from creatures until we can deal with some things might be a good idea, but I know that's a hard thing to do early game.
I think to hope maybe draw some answers, I'm going to tap 3. I'm going to cast a creature, unfortunately, but it's going to be Taigam, Sidisi's Hand, so it'll enter tapped and gain Lion of Life. Taigam says that I skip my draw step, and at the beginning of my upkeep, I look at the top 3 cards of my library and put 1 into my hand and the rest into my graveyard, and then I will pass.
Oh, I do need to flip Mike's cam. I totally forgot to do that.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice. I need to draw land. I really need to draw land. Oh, okay. Well, it's actually pretty close. Not bad.
Close.
It is going to be a Wayfarer's Bauble. And that restricts me on anything else I can do because I'm going to need to crack that.
You
So we'll
attack
wait
me.
to do that. Right? Sure. Just in case I really need to give something lifelink. It's not like I need my life total to be high for any particular reason because I don't run any cards that need it to be high. So let's go for a swing somewhere. Hey, Echo's at 38. Azorian's got a Death Touch blocker. Mike Despair,
Bring it,
looking at you for 4.
Coming at me for 4? Why would you do such thing?
For fun.
Okay. Well, you're coming at me for 4. I will block with my Dawn Treader Elk, and then in response, I'm going to tap, sack, and search for a land.
Nice.
Nice play.
Pass.
Dang that. So Lion's making all of our creatures enter tapped, and he gets a counter on his commander. That's a solid.
And he does other things. Well, and doesn't he drain us, right? Or no, that's when things
Nope.
die.
Yep.
Creatures die. I drain you guys.
Yeah.
So at least
I really
he doesn't
needed
have
to
that
land
part
that
of his
turn.
engine yet, but I mean, still, it's that hell
Oh,
Heliod by
he's got-
himself
he's got-
is.
He's got 8
And then
engines, so
tap.
just not
I could
8
play
complete
Phenax,
engines.
kinda- No,
Yeah, it is.
Reyhan.
Where's my
I'll
special
get a trigger
force?
off that, right?
With 3 plus counter, so Gyre Sage will get another counter. And then I will pass turn. Actually, oh no, go ahead. I pass turn, go ahead.
Okay, give me 1 second. Finishing shuffling.
Yeah, I'm actually
my
curious.
letters.
Zorian, do you have a Sharix in that deck?
Oh, what?
The crab.
Oh, Sherix, the Shivering Isle or whatever. No, he's on my. I made a list of upgrades I'd like to make for this deck, and Sherix is a 100% at the top of that list. He's an 014 that I.
017.
He's a 017. Yeah, he's Sherix is for 4 mana. He's pretty sweet.
Right.
Yeah, Vox played a
Untap.
Sharix deck on for the Professor's channel once, and it was really funny.
Raw. Oh, thank God. I will play a land. And with 5 mayonnaise. Well, I'm gonna have to unfortunately feed the bear a little bit to also knock the bear down a peg. Or should I say lion? I'm gonna go ahead and play Rex Sage. It's gonna enter tapped, but I'm going to target Authority of the Councils, right? Whatever it's called. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So then you get all your triggers, but I will target that.
Alright. I have no response, so it will be destroyed.
Pew. Right, and then we'll go ahead and pass turn. Gentlemen.
All right, I will untap. I will skip my draw step. I will look at the top 3 cards of my library. Put one of them
While
into
you
my
do
hand.
that, I'm gonna crack Wayfarer's Bauble.
Sure. I will put one to my hand, and I'm gonna put Talisman of Dominance and the Trepanation Blade into my graveyard. I will untap Tigam. I will play an island for turn.
Covered in blonde girl hairs.
I think I'm just gonna tap like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I will cast my commander, Phenax. So unfortunately, I was telling Lion earlier this week. So this card, if you can believe it or not, is foiled. And I know it really doesn't look like it, which is super disappointing when I took it out of the package. It's foil in the right light under a certain light at a certain angle at a certain time of day, so I was really sad. But anyway,
When the planets align.
Phenax will come down. I'm actually going to tap like this to make sure to leave a black up for Tigam, Sidisi's hand. I don't want to go to combat because my Baleful Strix is probably like the only thing keeping me alive at the moment, and I'm going to pass my turn.
You guys act like it's Armageddon or something right now. Alright,
It's not
untap and
Armageddon.
draw. I need a land. Doing it, it's not a
You have
land.
very difficult work that generates a lot of value for you.
Well, I gotta play this now. I'll pay 4 and cast the Well of Lost Dreams. Probably one of my favorite cards in the
Oh,
deck.
Jesus.
So whenever I gain life, I may pay X, where X is less than or equal to the amount of life gain, and if you do draw X cards, I have no mana though, so I will not be utilizing that anytime soon. So I will simply be passing the turn after that, because I don't want to swing either.
Come on, you don't want to hit me for free?
Nah, I'd have no blockers after that.
You have 47 life.
Why do you need blockers? Yeah. You're a late
Yeah, why do you need blockers?
Man, or +1/+1 counter, bro, below me. Scary a little bit. I don't know.
No, go ahead and swing.
I'm
Alright,
playing defensively
draw.
here. I always act sus,
I'll play a
Jackson.
terrible experiment. Okay, so I will play. I'll tap 1 for the Ozolith.
Nice.
Oh.
What else do I wanna do?
Everything.
Right? That's definitely for sure. I'll. Do you have any flyers, Lion?
Nah.
I'll swing at you for 2.
Okay, I
And I'll
can't
pass.
block. I take 2.
Mike, I believe you are up.
Yeah, I passed.
Untap. Untap. Upkeep. Drizzle. Ooh, that's sweet. Alright, so 5 mayonnaise. You know what? It's actually gonna suck because I think I'm going to not tap it and just bounce it back to my hand for guildless commons. Enters the battlefield tapped, but I can tap it for 2 colorless mana. And then I'm going to go ahead, leave up a blocker, and leave open 4 mana on Pester.
I will respond to your end step. So, Lion's Commander is crazy good, that Heliod's good, but honestly, I'm just gonna be honest, my threat assessment meter is going off, and I feel like Gyre Sage just puts Echo in like a billionth place, like just in the lead. But I know that Reyhan is really good, so I'm gonna ask the question. Tygem, Sidisi's hand gives -X/-X. Does that negate the counters? Like, hypothetically, if I gave Reyhan -X/-X, does she still get to move her counters to Gyre Sage?
No. That's only it only negates the counters when it's -1/-1 counters, I think.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Well, she gets to move them.
Right. So I am gonna tap my Sunken Hollow, and I'm gonna tap Tygem. I'm gonna exile these 3 cards from my graveyard, and I'm gonna give the Gyre Sage -3/-3.
I think you need to give it -4/-4. Isn't it a 1/2?
Oh, is
It's
it?
it's a 1/2, so it's alive.
Shoot. That disrupts things. Because if I get rid of Reyhan... Oh, I didn't know it was a 1/2. I can, like, barely see. I thought that looks like a 1/1 to me. That is my bad. Oh, that Gyre Sage is gonna be a problem.
Reyhan's a
Something
3/3.
you also gotta
You'll get bigger counters.
Any of
You'll
those
get counters
I
on the
mean-
Gyre Stage if you do that.
So I could do something kind of silly. So I don't know. So I could
No,
tap.
hold on. Also, you gotta remember too, the Ozolith's gonna get counters too. Reyhan's not
Yes.
the only one.
Right, but am I more scared of an Ozolith getting counters or Echo having 30 mana on turn 4? Or like, well, I'm just over exaggerating, but
If I can produce that.
that's true. All right. Well, since I can't really,
I'm just saying. Yeah.
I am then going. I think I'm gonna do. In the chance I see a mono green deck, I'm gonna tap my 2 creatures, and that equals 5 toughness. I'm gonna have Mike mill 5 cards.
Right. Forest. Court of Calling.
Ooh.
Farhaven Elf. Beanstalk Giant. And Heroic Intervention.
All right, so I didn't get any creatures out, or like, well, the Beanstalk Giant would be okay, but
So, yeah, Beanstalk Giant. Or Far if you want to ramp.
so I'll
Good idea.
move to my turn. I will skip my draw step, and I will look at the top 3 cards of my library. Okay. I think I will put 1 into my hand. I will discard, or I will go to my graveyard an island and victimize. I will tap 4 like this and cast a Thran Dynamo. Makes things a tad awkward. I think then I'm going to tap Thran Dynamo. I'm going to tap out, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I will cast a Lightning Greaves. I will move to equip the Lightning Greaves onto Taigam. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep my devotion counter, so it needs to equal 7 to make Phenax a creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 1 more devotion to make him a creature. Then with my 2 colored mana, so black and blue, and my 1 colorless floating, since Lion is looking for a land, I'm actually going to cast Mind Funeral targeting Lion.
What does that do?
Mind Funeral says target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal 4 land cards, and they put all cards revealed into their graveyard.
Okay. Oh, shit! So they get all the lands. There's 1.
That is not.
There's 2.
Oh no.
Spiritual Priest, Phyrexian Reclamation, Shadric Silverquill, Soul Ring, 3 Isolated Chapel, Arcane Signet, and Swamp.
Okay.
4.
And then
Shadric says reanimation.
That's really rude.
I will then pass my turn.
Oh, I needed those.
You get all
lands.
4 of them.
Untap, draw. That sucks. Well, guess I gotta be mean now. I'm gonna play
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Swamp, cast Viscera Seer.
Oh no.
I'll enter the battlefield. That's going to trigger my commander, cause me to gain a life. When I do gain that life, I will trigger both Heliod and the Well of the Lost Dreams. So I will put a counter. We're going to throw that counter onto the Viscera Seer itself. And then we're going to then pay a mana to draw a card. And then that's big bums, because I can't do anything else. So I'm going to have to pay 2 mana and cast Cruel Celebrant, which will enter the battlefield and then gain me a life once again. And I'll put that counter onto the Seer, making it a 3/3. And the Cruel Celebrant is basically a Zulaport Cutthroat. And then I can't do anything else, so I have to pass.
In your end step, I'm gonna crack. Geomorphic Expanse.
I'll move my creatures to the top of my library, assuming that you're gonna want to know.
Yeah, if that's alright with everyone, if you have a creature in your graveyard, just put it on top of your library, because I may be asking quite a few times.
We got Shadric and Future Priest.
I play cards.
I'm gonna
I
look
play
up
cards
Shadows.
that need the cards in my graveyard to be in order. JK. But they are out there.
Tap. And I'll draw.
Shadrix is pretty darn cool, and I will say. And I know you have that
That is
foil
a-
altar.
That is a primo.
Knew he's
card.
sitting in there waiting for me.
Well,
I need to get
I'm
my
just
homework
gonna say
back.
you-
Play like now.
and I'm gonna tap Gyre Sage for 2. I'll play Blade of Selves.
Oh shit.
Does that resolve?
Yeah, you're gonna do some jank Reyhan things here.
Yes.
I have no response.
I'll tap 4, 2 equipped Reyhan.
In response, we're going to tap 3, and I'm going to Beast Within the sword.
Wow, what a
The sword?
lightsaber.
Blade of Cells. Yep, the Blade of Cells. Sorry, not sword.
Can't
Blade.
do that.
You didn't want him to have any fun, did you?
Oh, hell no. Shit.
That was a one hit. That was a 1-hit kill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright,
no.
well now we all know that Echo is terrifying with Reyhan being at 3 counters.
No, it would have been
You
1
just
hit kill.
got through to somebody. We all
So,
have
he
blockers
doesn't-
that wouldn't have killed anyone.
No, I know, but Ozlith would have caught 6 counters on it, and yeah, I was just gonna get a lot of counters right there.
And then he was going to put them
Okay.
all onto his flying, thieving skydiver and kill someone.
Yeah, do something.
Yeah, no, I see that shit. I wasn't going to let it happen.
Alright.
So, I mean, all I heard from that exchange was Echo saying, I can kill someone at any given moment.
No. Now
If
that
I
the
have
blade is
those,
gone, he can't.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Unless I get the blade back. Well, I guess I'll just swing. No, you got a flyer. Well,
Hit me.
Lion. Does Lion have a flyer? Nope.
You don't have a flyer. No.
I'll hit you for 2 again, since you have a winning streak right now.
I'll take 2. I think I forgot to gain my lives from my creatures entering, so I think that still has me at 45, right?
Yeah, you put the counter on, but I don't think you gained a life.
Yeah. So that brings me from what I was at 47. I'm at 45.
That my turn now?
Yes, I'll pass.
Alright.
I need mana so bad.
Lion, I'm sorry.
keep draw-
You had
Wait.
that well, which I know can draw you a lot of cards, so that was kind of my thought behind that.
I get it, bro. When I get my opportunity to poop on you, I'll do it too.
You
So-
should.
I'm gonna play a forest, and now I have a question for the team. Would you all like cards and mana if y'all kind of just don't fuck with me for maybe a turn?
See, as much as I like the sound of that, I'm sure that it will come with the downside of giving the mono green player cards and mana, so I don't know.
Well,
if
I'm
it's
obviously
worthwhile
gonna
for
get
the
first
trade.
dibs on.
I'm fine with this as long as you're not planning on doing something dummy broken to murder us all in your turn where you have
No,
protection.
I'm just trying to be able to next turn be able to play Kodama and cast something else, and not be able to play Kodama past turn and get him. That's all I'm trying. But you know what? I'll put that on the back burner. Just all know, I have ways to make the game fun, and the propositions on the table.
For it as long as you're not just going to win the game off the deal.
No, trust me, I cannot win the game off the deal, but it's going to implement a kind of mechanic into the game that people tend to favor.
Do it.
Monarch.
Not exactly. So I'll just do
Is
it.
it that,
you know,
is it that
remember,
mana rock?
maybe.
It's that mana rock, the gem. It's the gem, isn't
where
it?
you like draw 3 cards or something?
No. Yeah, it is. But I'm just gonna fucking wing it because if everybody wants that card, I'll play it next turn.
I think
my
you should
commander
do
makes
whatever
it the
you
next
think you should do to get yourself further ahead.
Well, that's the thing. Playing any card will get you further ahead. It's just in what order. Alright, I'm gonna play Kodama. 6/6 reach. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under my control, if it wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability, I may put a permanent with equal or lesser converted mana cost from my hand onto the. And I can't remember if I said 6/6 with reach. I am then going to go ahead and pass turn.
I will respond to your end step as any good control mage would. I'm going to tap 5, and Echo, I'm going to mill you for 5.
Oh, Echo this time. Okay.
One Spike Weaver,
Get that garbage in that graveyard.
and then 2 more. Dothy,
Oh,
and then
Oh.
Control Tower. Command Tower.
man. Alright, those are some smoking
Oh, no.
points. Alright, so that was in response
Yeah,
to
that's awesome.
Mike's end step, so I will untap with my turn. I will look at the top 3. Oof. Come on. I am just not... I mean, I'm glad I'm digging through 3, like, every turn now. I am gonna put
Jealous
this...
of all your mana.
I'm gonna put this one in my hand. Rogue's Passage and Doomed Necromancer will be discarded. I will play an island for turn. I think I'm gonna try and help here, Lion. I'll try and be a good guy.
You're gonna help now?
Well, first I'm gonna cast Beacon of Unrest, and I'm gonna steal Shadrick's Silverquill from your graveyard.
Okay.
So
The Beacon of Res, it's shuffled back in. Well,
my Shadrick's Silverquill will be. Oh, that's. What can it be?
You'll be a soldier.
He'll be this guy, and I'm gonna keep Shadrick's pulled up on my card search so I remember what he does. So he's a 2/5 with flying and double strike. And at the beginning of combat on my turn, I may choose 2. Each mode must target a different player, and that's target player creates a 2/1. With flying, target player draws a card and loses a life. Target player puts a 1/1 counter on each creature they control, and then Beacon of Unrest gets shuffled back into my library when it resolves. So I'm gonna shuffle.
Hey, Zoran, for the sake of people who are stopping in and don't really remember what that is, can you just flip that creature card over so that it's just like a blank card?
I'm gonna put right. I will flip it over. Here's my shuffle, and I'm gonna cut like that.
Thank you.
That's my Shadrick's. I really do need those dry erase tokens. I have 1, 2, 3,
Put him in this
4,
deck so I could
5.
cast him.
Hey.
I need my homeward path like now.
So now that Shadrick's
Like
is,
this one?
yes, exactly. Now that Shadrick's is on my battlefield and he has a black symbol, that brings Phenax up to 7 devotion, and Phenax is now a creature.
Nice.
All right. I definitely want to move the boots onto Shadrick's.
Ooh.
Double nice.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see. I mean, if I attack with him, though, I can't use him to mill people. But I just don't want to lose him right now. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is who am I?
You don't want to lose him.
Like, if he gets targeted by a spell.
He's got the boots on.
Well, that's why I put the boots on him. I moved him off of Tygam. But I don't think I'm going to attack.
He did that only with that, not the haste.
I don't think you have to worry about him getting removed anymore.
That's true.
But he doesn't.
You're all super scary. You're all scary. So I'm going to move to combat, which will trigger Shadrick's.
Alright, so as Shadrick's original owner, I would like to invoke a right of ownership over one of those triggers.
Alright, so I didn't screw you, but I targeted you with Mind Funeral, which makes me feel really bad. So, Lion, I am going to give you one of these Shadrick's triggers, and since you don't have any flyers, I'm not even going to ask for anything in return. All I'm going to say is, will you remember this token of favor if I give you a flying blocker against that thieving skydiver?
Hey, all I'm saying is you and I just chilling and then just not murdering each other every game like we do. You and I need to become buddies at some point, and you've taken Shadrick's, and all I'm saying is it would displease me because this deck I'm playing right now does seem to be a little bit more of like an attrition-y battlefield-y deck. So it's not like I'm gonna combo out, and I don't have Aetherflux anymore, so it's not like I'm gonna murder everybody. Okay, so consider all that stuff. Yes. We can be friends for the time being.
So I will then move ahead. I am going to lose a life and draw a card, and I will have Lion create a 2/1 Inkling.
I will take this with a token of appreciation, and when that token does enter the battlefield, I will gain a life. And I will also put a counter on...
So, Lion, once you figure out what you're doing, I am not going to attack. I'm just going to pass my turn.
I will untap. I will draw. Please be a land. Land. Okay, well, it's a good card, but it's not a land. Ugh. Brother. Okay, well, I want to kind of keep my flyer around because flying things are dangerous, so, this is gonna have to be the next best thing, I guess. Right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'll pay a 3 mana. And I will cast Black Market Connections. Because your boy can't draw lands.
So we'll do other.
Uber sad. Yes. On my next turn, we'll do some cool stuff. Now, thinking I need to do a little something here with the Sarasir. I don't want to scry.
See, so I gave you a token so that way you can scry more effectively. See, I'm just trying to be a helpful guy.
Well, yeah, but he's my flyer. And there are flyers that I would prefer not to get struck by. But I mean, I don't, yeah, we're going to sacrifice the Inkling. All right. We're going to sacrifice the Inkling to Viserys here, and I'm going to scry 1. That's going to trigger some things, right? It's going to trigger Elas. It's going to trigger the Cruel Celebrant. So everybody's going to take 2 life. They're going to lose 2 life. And then I will gain a life from the Cruel Celebrant. And then I will also scry 1, and it will trigger Well of Lost Dreams. So I will also pay a mana to draw a card after I scry. So I'm going to scry first. Wait, no, I draw first, and then I scry, because Wait, no. Yes, I activate the ability, and it causes the Well of Lost Dreams trigger to go on the stack above the scry. So I got to do that first.
Yes.
So we draw first. That's buns. And then counter. Gonna put the counter on the Cruel Celebrant, and then I will then scry. I gotta gain the life. Dude, I don't need this right now. Get the frick off the top of my library.
Lion, if it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty sure I've looked at like the top 9 cards of my library, and I am just drawing just straight buns.
Yeah, well, it's like my board would be awesome if I had some lands to pay into my Well of the Lost Dreams, but I don't, so I just gotta pass. That's all I can do. I don't want to attack. We're gonna chill. I'm passing turn. We're vibing.
One of those games.
Shoot.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
One of the guys in Discord popped both of his tires on the right side of his car in a pothole, leaving his LGS.
Oh no.
I'm gonna play Ristic Study.
What?
Can we get Epps in chat, everybody, for Drex? He was gonna show up tonight, maybe play.
I'm gonna respond to Ristic Study. Echo, you're casting Ristic Study?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and pay back. I'm not gonna be like the meanest guy ever, but I'm gonna Arcane Denial.
And I will Swan Song.
Ooh, really wants that Ristic
Take
Study.
yourself.
I mean, Ristic Study is kind of worth it.
Take yourself a bird, buddy. Take yourself a bird.
It's a 2/2 bird, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
2/2.
it's even gonna be blue. I'm gonna use this Phyrexian land, and it'll be a blue bird, and I'll put 2 counters on it. That's a terrible looking dice on the camera. I will find a better dice.
And I will pass turn.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna respond to your end step, actually. I am going to tap Taigam, tap a black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will exile 6 cards from my graveyard. I think I'm gonna give Kodama -6/-6.
Dang, Rip.
Kodama is insanely powerful. You're in mono green. I know you can ramp up to 8, so
I'm not helping you then. Alright.
that's fine.
I'm the furthest behind on the board. It's okay.
Kodama would instantly put you probably in first.
Not with the board state, no. But, alright, then it's my turn, right? Untap upkeep. Alright. Go ahead and play.
Hey, Mike.
What's
Do you
up?
want to be friends? You want to let me draw a card?
What's in it for him?
I mean, are you gonna turn any of your removal on me at any times?
Nope. I will. We will assist each other since they're friends over there.
I'm friends with everyone. It's just, if you guys have ever watched me and Azorian play, we literally kick each other in the balls constantly.
We pretty much kingmake the other 2 players, where we spend all of our resources on each other, and then the other 2 just go, oh, okay, I guess I'll win. And
Yeah.
that's how it usually goes.
My Kodama says otherwise. My Kodama says otherwise. But I am going to go ahead, tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Shady, I recommend at least
Yeah.
36 lands, unless you're playing a Cheerios deck or something. In between 36 and 40 is my recommendation.
Man,
Lands.
I'm a little scared. But I probably should bait out that counter spell since it'll probably be turned on Kodama again. Let's go ahead. So,
Yeah, it's green, right? It's 100 cards
Ezra,
for
you got
EDH.
any artifacts or enchantments other than Swiftfoot Boots? Or, Lightning Greaves?
I have, well, Phenax is technically an enchantment creature, but he's indestructible.
But he's
so-
indestructible,
yeah, other
correct?
You also have Thran Dynamo. And your
yes.
Baleful Strix is an artifact as well.
Yes. So Baleful.
Are you Bane
Yes.
progressing?
That would hurt you on mana, and it would make Shed vulnerable.
Gadrix is so
Are you Bane
cool.
progressing?
Best dragon.
Debatable.
I want to
You know
have a
what, I'm not
game
gonna
where
do that.
Shadrix and Flynn use Helia to make him extremely lethal.
Hang on, line. I think.
Since
the
I
mic
do want to
is-
have a little bit of favor with Echo here.
if you're gonna
I'm
Bane
not
of Progress
gonna
and
do
get rid of an Ozolith, I am all for that.
No, I think it can stay around for a while. I need a little help here.
Connections, I need that.
Yeah, I need a little help, so I can't really draw ire by board wiping the 2 people that haven't affected me. So I'm just gonna go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna throw it out there. Say fuck it. Coveted Jewel.
Nice.
I'm gonna draw 3 cards when it enters the. I can tap it for 3 mana. And whenever 1 or more creatures an opponent controls attacks me that aren't blocked, you will gain control of it, draw 3 cards, and on. So
Really good.
Super Monarch has hit the board.
Okay.
Are you gonna pay 1 for that?
I'm gonna drop it right here. I will not. You go ahead and draw your.
Thank you so much.
Then with 5 mana and some new cards in hand.
Shady, I would recommend cutting a couple lands for sure. You can at least get down to like 37, 36.
35. 30.
35 is the sweet spot.
Honest, I've tried to go 35, and for some reason, anytime I go below 36, I always have land problems. So I try to make sure to go 36 no matter what, because just one land and I will
get
draw.
flip lands.
What?
Just get flip lands. The Moto.
That's true.
Lands.
Those are insanely.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm going to go ahead and cast a Eternal Witness. I'm gonna target the
Yes.
Port of Calling that is in my graveyard.
You're gonna pay 1?
Go ahead and draw your card, brother.
Thank you.
I would love it if my Authority of the Consuls was still here. I'd have so much life.
Oh, I'd love it if Kodama was here. I'd have a much better board state.
have a huge board right
Port
now.
of Calling. I have 3 cards besides one.
Right, with Kodama, you would have had probably 6 cards.
I
But
have Kodama
But-
in a mono green deck. That's
we
not,
good?
He's not even the commander. Anytime Kodama's
Yeah.
out, my board goes nuclear.
All right, resolves, and I passed it.
Alright, so, I mean, it's pretty known at this point. I'll tap 1, and that's 1, 6, plus 7, that is 13. Echo, I'm gonna have you mill 13.
Yagma. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
Anything of note?
Any?
Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth, Great Hand, Soul Ring, E-Witness, Stubborn Denial, Unspeakable Symbol, Read the Bones, and that's it.
Okay, so I'll untap. I'll look at the top 3. What in the world? I'll put 1 into my hand. I will put a Choked Estuary and a Swamp into my graveyard. Then turn, I will play Tainted Isle. I will. So, Mike, your coveted jewel says when I attack you or deal damage to you.
It says when a creature is
When they're not blocked.
so you have to just attack and it not be blocked. You don't even have to deal damage.
Alright, so I definitely want that coveted jewel, but I
I
know I hit Kodama, so I am going to go to combat. Shadrix will trigger. I am going to choose myself to draw a card and lose a life, and then Mike, you could go ahead and put a +1/+1 counter on all of your creatures.
So kind.
I would have given you the flyer, but I'm going to go to combat, and I'm just going to swing Baleful Strix at you for 1 in the air.
Yeah, it sounds like I totally got the good end of that. Here you go.
Alright, so the coveted jewel, I'm going to actually just look this up so I don't have to keep
You
asking.
untap it and draw 3 cards.
And then
Oh.
what does it tap for?
You got 3.
Taps for 3 mana.
It taps for 3 mana of any one color. One color.
To keep using. So here's the coveted jewel. I'll put a 3, put a dice on that with a 3 on it, so we'll know what it does, and then I'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2.
So does everybody agree to have swing fests? Keep passing this around.
I mean, I would love to have it if Azorian's cool that I just don't have anything.
I do have Shadrix as a 2/5 double striking blocker.
Yeah.
But you swing with enough
I don't think he's going to let us
creatures,
have
you'll
it.
probably get it.
I'm gonna tap my coveted jewel for 3 blue, right? It taps for any one color. And then I will play Leyline of Anticipation.
Nice. Instant speed.
And after that, I'm good. I'm just gonna pass my turn.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I'm going to untap.
So
Someone to say so.
yeah, so my point though with the swing fest, we have enough creatures, I believe, to get through on his board if we follow the swing.
I just drew the best
Just
card in the
saying.
world. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. At the beginning of my pre-combat main phase. Sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Mike. Hold on. I am in agreement for the in agreement for the swing fest, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, real quick, do you not have triggers? When does Black Market Connections go?
It goes now. That's what I was about to say. So I drew my card during my draw phase. Now we're at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase. I'm going to pay the mother
Also-
load.
Full send.
All 6.
Why would you
That's
not?
better.
Go full Monty.
Every
I'm going
turn.
to make a treasure. I'm going to draw a card, and I'm going to make a 3/2 changeling that will enter the battlefield, gain me a life, which will trigger Heliod and Well of the Lost Dreams. I'm not. I gotta draw my card first. Hold on. 3/2, 3/2, 3/2. This cat dragon's gonna be my 3/2 changeling. And I'll put my treasure down here by my manas. So that's cool. So that comes into play. I gain a life. Go up. And then I will pay... I'll pay 1 mana to activate the Well of Lost Dreams. And I will put a counter on... Cruel Celebrant. Yeah, sure. Draw my card. Mommy, we were so good. I'm gonna play Homeward Path as my land for turn.
No.
Oh shit!
Daddy, my
Oh,
best
exactly
boy.
what I
Oh.
And activate it since you can't respond to land drops. I'm gonna activate it right now. So the trigger's on the stack. Do I get my son back?
So since your trigger's on the stack, can I just use Phenax to tap him?
You can.
Alright, so trigger on the stack, I'll use Phenax, I will tap Shadrix, and since Lion's getting in back line, I'll mill you from 5.
Mill me for 5. Go ahead. 1.
But
Board wipe.
he gets
2.
to keep the green.
3.
So yeah, Lion will
4,
get to keep the Greaves until
5.
I can do anything on my turn.
Yeah.
So,
My son returns home. My wayward dragon.
so I'm gonna
so
go ahead.
happy.
I'm just gonna take.
I'm so happy.
I'm gonna take my
so
token away, and then I'll put my Lightning Greaves upside down like this to know that it's on Lion's board.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I did draw a land for turn. I drew a card for turn. That was on the path.
So what creatures did I get on that mill, Lion?
You got 1. The Cliffhaven Vampire.
Okay.
Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. Okay, so I've got 4 mana, and I don't really think I want to pay too much mana right now due to all of the things I don't have. So I'm going to pay 2 white. I'm going to cast Voice of the Blessed.
Oh.
When you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Voice of the Blessed. As long as the Voice of the Blessed has 4 more counters on it, it has Flying and Vigilance. As long as it has 10 or more 1/1 counters on it, it has Indestructible.
Seems good. Does
cool.
It gains flying also, correct?
Yes. I was going to use Shadrix if it didn't tap. I forgot about that to swing at you and take that jewel. But how many blockers do you have now?
3.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Phenax is a creature. So my devotion is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You have 3 creatures to block?
I have 3 creatures, 1 in the air.
Okay.
Swing. Fast. Swing.
I still think I'm going to just swing.
So
I'm sorry. When Voice of the Blessed entered the battlefield, it triggered Elas, which gained me a life. Let me resolve this quick. Which triggered Heliod and Well of the Lost Dreams. I think I will pay a mana. And put a counter on, or draw a card. I will put a counter on Voice of the Blessed with Heliod, and it will get an additional counter from itself. So it's going to get 2 counters.
Lion, would I be able to offer you a deal right now and say, if you allow me to draw a card with Shadrix and attack me with 1 creature, I will just not block?
Well, I could just attack you with everything, and I don't think you can do anything about it.
That is true. But you get to keep your creatures untapped for any other retaliatory attacks.
Hey,
Well,
hey.
I've got a lot of
Lion,
life.
Open
to
him up
spare.
for me. Lion.
Because my
Lion,
devotion.
Open him up
not a
for me.
creature, actually. What were you? Who
Let
was
me
saying
get it.
something?
Let me get it. Open him up for me. Let's go.
I'm gonna take it by force. I'm sorry, Azorian. You have nothing really to offer me here. However,
Except a Psych Rift in hand.
here's the deal. I won't swing all of my forces at you for maximum damage. I know you can block 3 creatures, but you'll take a lot more damage if I have to swing everything, and I'm not really afraid of my stuff dying. So, if you just let one of my creatures go through, I'll send my smallest creature at you, which is currently a 3/3. Otherwise, I'm gonna swing everything.
No, I will let your 3/3 go through.
Okay. So then I'm gonna go to combat, trigger Shadrix. I'm gonna give Mike a 2/1 flyer,
Well, thank you.
and I'm gonna put a counter on all my stuff.
Yep.
So I like that play. I cannot. Yeah, I actually Shadrix gives himself a counter since it doesn't target, and then I'll go to combat. I'll swing my. It's now 4/4. My apologies.
That's fine.
But I'm gonna swing it at you on good faith, and that will be the only attack that I go with.
Alright, I'll lose 4. Go to 32. You will gain control of the coveted jewel.
Untap it and draw 3 cards. Okay, my coveted jewel will be represented by. What do I want to use to represent my coveted jewel? This shiny vampire. And then yeah, he just deals damage. So that was 4, and then I will draw 3 cards.
That's gonna be my.
1,
It's a 2
2,
fighter, right?
3.
Yeah, it's a 2/1 inkling with flying.
Oh man.
I don't have anything, so
You see, no. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So what I think I'm gonna do is it taps for all of one. It taps for 1 color.
Yep. 1 mana of any color.
So
3.
Or yeah, sorry, 3 mana of any 1 colors. That's what I meant to say.
okay, 3. Yes, 3 white. Sacrifice my treasure for a black. I'll use 2 of that mana to cast, or 1 of that mana to cast Cleric class. So whenever I would gain life, I gain that much life plus 1 instead. And then I'll use the other. So that was 1 of the mana. I've got 3 mana left. 2 white and a black. I will play Karlov of the Ghost Council, who will enter the battlefield and trigger Heliod. I'm using 2 of it to cast Karlov, so I technically have 1 floating. And that's going to trigger Elas to gain me life, which would then be 2 life instead, which is then going affected by Cleric class. And then that's also going to trigger Heliod once, because it's still 1 instance of life game. It's also going to trigger Voice of the Blessed and Well of the Lost Dreams. I am going to use my 1 floating mana left to draw that card, and then I will put.
So much card draw.
And this is so many triggers. Like, this deck is just trigger central.
I know, it's crazy. I'll put the 2/1/1 counters on Karlov from the gaining of the life, and then I'm going to put a counter on Voice of the Blessed for gaining a life, and then I will also put the additional counter from Heliod onto Voice of the Blessed, so it's up to 6 counters now. Which means it has Flying and Vigilance right now, 4 more counters, and it will be at Indestructible. I drew a bunch of cards. I played a land for turn already. So then I guess I have to go to my end step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. I got to discard 2 cards. I think I'm going to discard Liesa, Forgotten Archangel. And then... I don't think this is doing me any good right now. I'm going to ditch Skull Clamp, and I will pass the turn. Man, look at this board. That's cool.
+1 count. That's nasty.
So many triggers.
The pit's been open for Mike. I love this life gain deck already. I was just missing the mana. I needed the mana to do all that, and that
The
gem
jewel.
gave it to me.
I got
I'm
you.
gonna play Mosswort Bridge.
I wanted to play it a turn earlier, but nobody wanted to agree to just now.
Echo. Echo.
Echo, it's your turn.
Yes.
Mom said it's my turn with the coveted jewel.
No,
But
he said
I'm not gonna
he
block
played
you can have
Mosswort Bridge.
You're gonna let me have it?
You can have it.
Copy that.
Mom said
Can
it was
I have
my
it
turn
after,
with the
please?
coveted jewel.
It'll be your turn soon, okay?
We have coveted jewel at home, Thran Dynamo.
I still wouldn't mind throwing down.
Coveted Jewel taps for 3, right? Of any color? Any 1 color?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You'll have to swing at me though to get it.
Well, I'll just go and swing with my flying 2/1 at you.
I
Flying.
will not block it with my flying Voice of the Blessed, so you can have the coveted jewel. It's all yours.
And I have to untap it to draw.
Yeah, it untaps by itself, and then you'll draw 3 cards.
Okay. 1, 2,
Everybody thank
3.
Mike Despair for playing this card and making this game fun.
Thanks, Mike.
Bro,
This,
I love
this
it.
is akin to Descent into Avernus, honestly, Lion.
Okay, you're
Oh,
100%
hell.
in for next game. Yes, it is. It's cool. Well, everyone's got to be on board.
Well, nobody's gonna like me for doing this. Oh, is that 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna tap 4 plus the 3 from No. Yeah, I'll do it now. I'll cycler overload it.
You're a
You're gonna.
beast.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Wait,
We-
so what's
we
the
needed it.
exact wording? What's the exact wording on Cyclers again? Is it each non-land permanent you don't control or don't know?
Return.
Control.
Yeah,
So he gets
I
to
don't
keep his
control.
board.
Yep, he gets to keep
Yeah.
the jewel one. Okay, just make sure.
Oh, he's saying the jewel. Oh, I get to keep the jewel? Oh, I didn't think that was
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Because it's,
Oh, that's nice.
it's under your control. Yeah, that's why I was making sure.
Gotcha. No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
so
I didn't. I wasn't even thinking about that.
so that's.
Azorian, you don't have a response. I'm gonna respond.
Then I will wait. I doubt you have a counter spell, but no. Unfortunately, in my
I have
hand,
nothing.
I have 5 cards, and I'll have flash speed. I have no response.
All right, I'm gonna
And now everything's in
sacrifice
his
my
mind.
cat dragon, or my changeling. So you each will lose 2 life.
I actually
Hooray.
forgot that Phenax allows me to tap, so I do
So
have a
do your
response.
responses first, because you technically get priority first.
Then I guess I'll tap, so that's 4, 5, 7, 14. Echo, I'm gonna mill you 14.
No,
Yeah, I figured as much.
What? Why? Wait. Why mill you, Lion?
do it
Why?
for fun.
I'll mill Lion 7 and Echo 7.
Oh, you're so cool. Okay, here we go. Swamp, Phyrexian Altar, sad. Fracture, sad. Plains, sad. Swamp, sad. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Okay, 5,
Did you do this just to be
6,
sad?
land, 7, Elenda. Okay. 1 creature. What the heck?
I like stealing creatures.
No wonder I didn't draw any lands.
Creature.
They're all there.
I was gonna. You didn't draw any lands because I've milled like 12 of your lands at this point.
Whatever, man. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my things. I'm gonna sacrifice my changeling token. That's gonna cause everybody to lose 2 life, and I will gain 1 life, which is gonna put a counter on something. It doesn't really matter. I get to put counter on. Actually, I can put a counter on an enchantment, but that still doesn't matter because it's all non-land permanent. So what am I even thinking here?
One of my things. Put one of my things.
No, you meanie.
I like counters over here.
We'll put the
Oh.
counter. We'll put the counter on Karlov. What the heck? And then I'm gonna. So yeah, then I gain a life from that dying. So then we're gonna sack my whole board. I want everything in my graveyard.
Oh, I know what card's coming.
But we're
Lion, you
sacrificing
sneaky
left.
sneaker.
Shush. Everyone loses another 2 life. I gain another life.
I love it.
I know exactly
We're gonna
what's gonna happen.
sacrifice Shadrix. Everybody loses 2 life. I gain 2 life. Counters are going places, but it doesn't matter. No, I gain 2 life for each of these, so I actually have 50 because it's because of cleric class. If I would gain a life, I gain that much life plus 1. We sacrifice Karlov. Everybody loses 2. I gain 2. I can scry this whole time too. What am I doing? I need to scry.
Gain 3.
Put that on bottom.
You hear
Next,
me?
I do gain 3.
Not 2.
3.
Isn't that your class? You drain everybody for 2 and then you gain.
No, this says if I would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1, and then Cruel Celebrant
you're
says when
dealing
the critical
2.
dies, I gain 1 life. So I'm gaining 2.
Yeah.
So then I'll sacrifice Elas Il-Kor. That's going to my graveyard. I suppose and then I scry again. I could have been scrying this whole time. I don't have a way to get that where I want it to be, so we're gonna put that in my. No. We'll put that on bottom. And then we'll sacrifice Cruel Celebrant. Everybody loses 2. I gain 2. Or no, 1. Sorry, you each lose 1. I gain 2 still. Scry 1 again. Nope, don't need that. Then we're going to sacrifice the Viscera Seer.
So I'm not
And then I
gonna.
will try one.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna spell it out for everyone. Like everyone knows what he's gonna cast. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My favorite spell.
Yeah.
And then everything happens. I have no more responses. All my non-land permanents go back to my hand.
As soon as Lion said, "Wait, I want to sacrifice everything," I'm like, "Okay, all right, I get you."
Oh, I just gained a lot
Well,
of
he
life,
also just dealt, and dealt a lot of damage. That's not the only.
And then
though. I
I'm
didn't
gonna
want to
tap.
do that, but Echo forced my hand.
Yeah, it was all Echo.
And then I'm
Oh,
gonna.
hey,
100% Echo's fault.
Yeah, like we didn't need a board wipe at all. And I'm gonna tap
I
2 for Everflowing Chalice.
Now here's the thing. I'm gonna go to cast this card that you're all guessing that I'm gonna cast,
Oh, I'm not guessing. I know.
and it's gonna get countered. I'm gonna hate my life.
And I'll pass the turn.
Hey, I mean everybody gets their graveyards back, so I mean Echo might not even want to counterspell this card, right? I mean, being honest here.
That's true. I've been milling everyone like a crazy guy.
Right.
And that's gonna help.
Your whole board is back in your hand, by the way.
Yep. I was just waiting for all the
Untap.
messy lion triggers.
draw. I will go ahead play a land. Now, shit.
Reyan, I'm glad you're enjoying the music. I actually got this
That scares me,
playlist
'cause I
from
think
Olivia Goberthix at Affinity for Artifacts. Cast Kodama.
So, no, because in anticipation of what you're going to do, since I also have an inkling of what that could be,
Oh, man.
I
Well,
don't want to. Actually, hold on. After Kodama. Yeah, I only got one mana after that. I cast it. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go for a Zendikar's Resurgence.
Seems
I'm
good.
gonna pay 1 for that.
What's up?
You're gonna pay 1 for that?
Nope. Go ahead, take a card. We're still buddies, even though you psych riff me. But
Well,
we'll go ahead untap. Or each
I
of
mean,
my
I at least
lands
have to
out.
tweet your
put it back
comment
in your
right now.
hand.
Elder Dragon
And
Hijinks is so good.
whenever I cast a creature spell, I draw. So I'm gonna
That's a
go
bonkers
ahead.
powerful card.
It is.
I'm gonna tap 1 land, floating 1 mana, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast a Birds of Paradise, which will draw me a card.
Nice.
I'm then going to use 1 floating mana plus the 2 from this land to play a Sword of Hearth and Home.
Is that?
What's up?
Nice.
Hang on, I just have a question on the card draw from the Zendikar Resurgent. Does that technically count as a triggered ability of that card? Like,
Zendikar.
so
Yes.
I'm wording it weird. So you're tapped out. I'm just so hypothetically, I'm responding to Birds of Paradise coming down.
Okay, so if you're responding to that, then technically this is where I'm at.
So I'm gonna do this anyway. It doesn't matter. It won't. So if I casted Aboleth Spawn, your birds hit and draw you a card. Do I then draw a card? Because Aboleth Spawn says, whenever a creature entering the battlefield under an opponent's control causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, you may copy that ability and choose new targets.
The keyword is of that creature.
That's what my question was.
Not.
Is the card draw technically like the birds doing that? or is it-
Intrinsic to the bird, no.
Okay, that was my question.
It's not stating that creatures you or creature spells you control have
Right.
draw a card when they enter.
I guess
that would then
it was going to be
But-
very difficult for me to ask that question without basically reading
No,
the text
you're
off
good.
of Aboleth Spawn. So that all right. So I'm
You're
not
good.
going to respond. That was my question.
But hey, I mean, you're gonna get some nice triggers off of me probably soon with that. But stay tuned, everyone.
Yeah.
I will then use that floating mana and the 2 from tapping my other land to cast Sword of Hearth and Home. A quick creature gets +2/+2 as protection from green and white. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature I own, not control, Then search your library for a basic land card. Put both cards onto the battlefield under your control, then shuffle. Put 2. Pass. Turn.
Okay.
Azorian, here's the top tier play. Mill yourself.
I don't think I can.
Come on.
I'll go to my turn. I won't flash anything because I know what you're gonna do. So I'll just draw my one
Get up
card.
to 80 miles per hour. Just mill yourself because you know what's gonna happen.
I do know what's gonna happen, but how can I? Like, well, oh wait. I have. All right, wait. I have an idea. All right.
Like, it's not like
I play Command Tower.
made it strong.
Does this even? So it'd be 2, 3.
You literally mill half your deck right now. Traumatize yourself.
No, so I can't traumatize myself, but I think I can do something. But I need. Oh no, I don't think I have enough mana to do that. So what I need to be careful of is
To start a party.
So, no shoot, I was gonna. So hang on. If I did flash in Aboleth Spawn, so what I would need to do is 2, 3. Get out these 2. Oh, how can I do this? I can't traumatize myself. And
That'd be so cool.
But it would be 3, another 2. All I have is 2, so shoot. If I would have casted Aboleth Spawn, I might be able to do something if I would have casted that on Mike's end step. But right now, that's the mana for Phenax, which would allow me to mill. And then I only have 2 mana to cast a creature, and then I can't.
Get your Lightning Greaves and put it on Phenax. Oh no, he's an enchantment.
He's
Never mind.
not a creature right now.
You're right. You're right.
Ugh.
Are you gonna pay 1?
Rolling the same.
I mean, just in the terms of like, I know what Lion's gonna do. I could just do that. That gets everything out. That was 2 for. Well, is there a smarter way that I can do this? So that's 2 for Thought Vessel, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Thran Dynamo. That's black, blue, and 3.
You're gonna pay 1 for those?
You can draw at this point because I know what Lion's gonna do.
You have, what was that, 2 or 3?
That
Cast?
was 2 spells. But
2 so far.
Here's a third, so that's Phenax. I'm just making sure that my mana is correct because I should have had 2 up. I had, so that's Phenax. That's the Thought Vessel. And then I have this. That is the Thran Dynamo. Yeah, so I only have 1 blue open right now. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. Yep. So I only have 1 open. Dang, this turn is going to be nuts for Lion. I should have tried to mill myself at least a little bit, but I am going to have to take the hit and say pass my turn, and I will discard. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will discard 2. I'm going to discard Baleful Strix and Taigem. Or, you know what? Hang on. Wait. I could discard Taigem in the Aboleth Spawn. And I have 7 in hand. And Lion, you can go.
Okay. I drew my card. Echo, how much mana do you have untapped?
1 colorless.
1 colorless?
Yeah, this is happening.
Yep.
Remind me, do you have any free counter spells in that deck?
No, I do not. No, definitely not.
That means this is gonna happen.
Go.
That means this is gonna happen,
Get ready
right?
for Trigger Central, everyone.
I might win the game off of this spell.
Oh, because you could sack your board and deal a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
Well, if Living Death resolves, and I pay the extra for Rhystic Study, I will get all of these creatures back including
Are you gonna pay
not
me
limited
one?
to Cliffhaven Vampire, which will cause you all to lose life whenever I gain life.
Ooh.
And
Are you
Alinda's
gonna pay the
coming
one?
as well. Huh?
Am I drawing a card? Are you gonna pay the one for that cast?
I paid one.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So as long as this resolves, everyone gets their graveyards back, all their creatures in their graveyards, and as long as there's nothing in anyone else's graveyard that stops this.
So hang on, line. So we're not just getting our creatures back.
Yeah.
We're switching our battlefields and our graveyards.
So everything on the graveyard, all creatures on the battlefield leave, and all creatures in the graveyards come.
So I'm also wondering when this happens because Aboleth spawn. So any trigger of a card you have, like on the actual card, I'll get to copy that trigger.
Whenever that creature entering the battlefield, it causes a triggered ability of itself to trigger. So
Right.
you're not gonna gain life.
No,
like
but I'll get Farhaven Elf. I see that's coming out. And then if anyone else has a trigger of the card itself, so just let me know. So
What's
So everything creatures from battlefield and graveyard switch.
Yep. These are all the creatures I get back.
So I will put 5 +1/+1 counters on the Ozolith.
this
Reyhan goes to the.
I will be gaining
Oh,
1,
he
2,
can't-
3, 4,
he
5,
can't-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 life, plus an additional
He
10
won't
life
be able
from
to.
future priests.
He won't be able to deal damage to me.
You'll lose life though.
Yeah, Lion's gonna make
I
us
know.
lose a
You won't-
thousand life.
You won't be able to. I have a fog on the board.
Right, but
No,
Fog
that
stopped
prevents
combat.
combat damage.
It stops combat damage. What's going to happen?
Combat damage. I see.
And Elas, basically,
No, yeah,
you gain
I
1 life per creature. And then because I have Cruel Celebrant, whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. And I have Alenda,
No,
so
yeah,
whenever
no.
a creature I
I didn't
control
notice that.
dies, she gets bigger, and I can sack her for more creatures. So I already have 20
I got-
life. You guys lose off of this.
You.
I got an E-Witness
Yeah.
trigger. I got an E-Witness trigger.
If only I could have brought back my Arcane Denial, but I exiled it earlier. Well, I mean, Living Death already resolved. Lion says he's got 20 damage on the stack.
And,
So Lion,
Nope.
can you
Yeah,
deal 7 more
it's
damage?
way-
You guys will also each lose 1 life for each creature entering the battlefield under your control due to suture traits.
I have a Dothy that comes on the battlefield, so everything that goes to the graveyard this turn is going to be for Dothy as well.
Well,
But I
also,
can't
if a creature an
sacrifice
opponent
them right now.
controlled would die, it gets exiled instead due to Lisa. I think the
Well,
game
Dothy
really
exiles
becomes
it
on
too.
just entering the battlefield.
It's,
think
it's
on-
yeah, you do one.
It's 20
Because
life.
then once, like you said, you sack.
Well, I got
the board,
E-Witness,
And then once you
too.
sack that creature that gives you more creatures.
Yeah,
she-
once you
yeah.
right, you're gonna sack 20 creatures,
We
get
could
20
go
counters on
through-
Alenda, sack Alenda, make 20 more creatures. I think this is game.
I know that the end of this game might have been a little confusing to keep track of, but it more or less boiled down to Lion being able to get a giant board with Living Death, get a bunch of ETB triggers, and then he was going to be able to sacrifice his board and deal a bunch of damage. There was honestly a lot of triggers going on the stack all at once. I know that we may have messed up a few of the triggers, but bear with us. We were playing, it was just a game night between friends, and I just wanted to show off some sweet commander plays and some sweet decks. So again, if you'd like to join this community, the link will be in the description below. Make sure to hit us up. You can play with us during the week, and we can just make sure to have some fun and make some content. Again, thank you for watching.